All right, here we go. It should be recording now. And yeah, so just for everybody that's listening now, I know, Sandra, I see you're on, she knows who I am, but my name is Jenna and I'm a Gold Ambassador with Plexus. I've been with them for 2 years this July, the very end of July I joined. And I joined Amanda, so I've kind of been hanging with her for the last 2 years, which is a blast, and grown a ton, and I'm super thankful. So welcome. That was the first thing I really wanted to say, was just I'm so glad that you decided to join, because Plexus is amazing, and it's not just the health. The community that you've just joined is so supportive and encouraging. I think in a lot of ways it just reminds me of what my understanding of just really the church should be, based on the Bible, supporting each other, loving each other, having grace with each other. So, and growing, not being stuck where we are, but changing. And I'm definitely not the same person I was 2 years ago. So the 3 things we're going to cover tonight are how to take your products, how to maneuver your back office, which is going to be key for making sure that you get your products consistently, and maybe you can try out new products occasionally depending on where you're at with your regimen. And then the last thing we're going to talk about is how to get your products paid for, which is super helpful. That was like my first goal when I joined. I did not have a vision for Plexus. I just knew that I wanted to be able to do this without it like putting a dent in our finances. So that is where most of us start. I mean, when you join as a wholesale customer and you're just thinking like, I just want the best price, that's an awesome place to start. So how to take your products. So with Plexus, everybody is a little bit different. And so maybe the reasons why you're taking the products are different from, the person that you've been sharing with or the person that you joined. But for the most part, a lot of us join thinking that we're going to do the triplex. So that's the one I'm going to cover. I might also talk about 2 others, X Factor, and the new version is X Factor Plus, and then also our newest product, which is called Vital Biome. Those are real simple once-a-day products, so it won't be a very elaborate process. But the most complicated part with products is the initial, like when you first get started, because you can't just start all 3 at full dose, full capacity, because most of us have really out of whack gut health. And if you were to put all that goodness in your body at one time, I think it would overwhelm your system. So even if you were to start all 3 at once, like for example, when I started, I didn't really think too much about it. I just kind of started everything at once and hit the ground running. But I didn't start everything at full doses. And so tapering onto the products is a big reason why we see success with Plexus, because it's gentle. It's not all at once. It's not going to be hard on your body. So when you first get your triplex welcome pack, most people get that when you join as an ambassador. Maybe they add a few other products with it, but that's your core. The first product you're going to want to start adding into your regimen is just the pink drink. So that's the fun one to start with, because it's the only product that actually has a flavor and you can enjoy it. And I mean, I crave it every morning. I'm like, that's like my coffee. So the reformulated Slim is fantastic. You can now mix it with ice water, no problem. You can mix it in a bottle. You could stir it. I personally find that shaking it makes a slightly different flavor than stirring it. So just kind of trial and error. A good rule of thumb is if you like things a little sweeter, a little bit less water, can be good. So just a second, I'm gonna click a different view here. Okay. Sorry, bear with me just a second. There we go. Okay. So yes, Slim is really simple. You're going to take it in the morning, or some people take it in the afternoon, like early afternoon, right before lunch, but right before breakfast is great. 30 to 45 minutes before breakfast is ideal. First thing that you drink, so that it's on an empty stomach, and that's just going to increase the ability of your body to absorb it and get it right into your bloodstream, get working. Slim slows and regulates how quickly the sugars that you eat, which is pretty much all food, we break it down into sugar, which turns into energy. It regulates and kind of slows how quickly that happens. So if you were to drink it at the same time as food, it wouldn't be as effective as if you were to allow your body to really absorb it for a little bit of time. So that's why we suggest that. If you don't like that sloshy feeling in your stomach, you don't have to drink it with 20 ounces of water. Every product we're going to talk about has instructions on the packaging, and just go ahead and follow those, but don't be afraid to tweak it, and definitely work closely with your sponsor, because they're going to be a little bit more experienced, or have access to someone who is experienced who can kind of help you figure out what's best for your own body. So you're going to start with Slim, and this early on process, you'll be on Slim for a few days, give your body a little bit of time to adjust to it, and then you're going to add in BioCleanse. And BioCleanse is an oxygenated magnesium supplement that really helps your body regulate. It's not only going to give you a boost of energy from that oxygenation on a cellular level, it's also going to give your body the regular in your digestion, and also working together with the probiotic, which we're going to talk about in just a minute. So if we were, for example, to start you on the probiotic that has antifungals in it, and it was helping to just clear out, scrub clean your intestine, that's the image I like to give people, and you were not someone who went regularly, which was my story. I was lucky to go to the bathroom twice a week. That would be very hard on your body, because what's being cleaned from your intestine and colon needs to be obviously removed from that part of your body. So we want to get regular, and BioCleanse is the way to do it. Now on the bottle it says up to 4 capsules a day. For me, I had to be on 4 capsules a day for a couple weeks before I was regular. But if you're someone who's pretty regular already, you may find that 1 a day is going to be totally fine, which is why we add in products 1 at a time for a few days and are patient with our bodies as we get used to these new things. The best time for a lot of people with BioCleanse is kind of mid-morning, mid-afternoon. BioCleanse isn't the same as Slim in the sense that if you took it with a meal, you wouldn't get its benefits. You'd be fine to take it with a meal. I have a hard time remembering taking it if I'm not in a routine, like at a certain time. So for me, I take it morning and evening, but it's a very flexible product. So if you took it at lunch and dinner, if you took it at breakfast and dinner, if you took it like if you took it like your first break and then your second break in the afternoon, those are all perfectly fine times to take it. And then the third product with the triplex is the ProBio 5. And ProBio 5 is where a lot of the detox experience can stem from because of the antifungal that's in it. And that's why we start with 1 capsule, usually for even up to 1 week, depending on how strongly your body is responding. There's a whole list in the detox info file that you should have gotten in your welcome email that will help you kind of pinpoint, okay, I have headaches, I have sugar cravings, or I have appetite suppression or excessive appetite. I mean, the way your body responds to this detox process can really be person specific. So again, you're going to walk closely with your sponsor, and we're going to slowly taper you up week by week to 4 capsules of the ProBio 5. And then on the bottle it says that elusive phrase, until desired results are achieved. And guys, the key with that is what brought you to Plexus physically, what was happening that you needed. For me, I could not get rid of a yeast infection. And 6 weeks after I started Plexus, it was gone. And I had treated it with nothing, no other medicines, nothing, because I was pregnant at the time. So I was really very restricted on what I could even use. When you're tapering up ProBio 5, don't expect things to happen overnight. but take every single symptom of detox as like a victory, because it's showing that your body is releasing things that should not be there. And yeah, and so you can stay at 4 capsules for as long as you need to. A lot of people will stay for, 2 to 4 weeks at 4 capsules, and then you can taper back a capsule. And what you can watch for is what signs of your previous unhealth or current unhealth that you're dealing with, are they coming back? If they're coming back, then you may be someone who just needs to be willing to commit to taking 4 every day. And so for me, that's actually the case. I do take 4 a day even still, which means I'm committed to buying 2 bottles of Probio 5 every month. And that's a huge commitment that I've made for my own health. And I mean, huge is a relative term. It's compared to a lot of the things that I spend money on, it's a really good investment. So that's the triplex. The other things that I want to talk, the other 2 products that I want to talk about are the X Factor Plus, which is our reformulated multivitamin. That is best to take at breakfast. You could take it at any meal, but you're going to see some energy increase, and it would make sense to just take it with breakfast. And the other one is our brand new probiotic called Vital Biome. You may have seen a graphic floating around. If you hear my kiddos crying, this is post-dinner energy that's burning off with daddy. Yes, Vital Biome. Okay, so you maybe have seen this graphic floating around all the team pages, and it's super helpful. Weed, seed, feed, and protect. That's 4 different products that we have. Now, triplex in and of itself is going to completely change your gut health. The reformulation of Slim now has prebiotics, which means you're really feeding the good bacteria in your gut. But Vital Biome is going to be how you seed that good bacteria. It has 8 powerful strands with clinical studies tied to each one. They handpicked these, you guys. They're just phenomenal. It's the best probiotic on the market. If you commit to taking this product alongside of your triplex, you're going to see other benefits. A huge one with the Vital Biome is just an increase in your mood and a decrease in anxiety, because it's a correlation with your gut-brain connection about your serotonin production, basically, so that feel-good hormone. The best time to take Biome, I'm still learning how to say it, is in the morning. And we were told at convention that taking it with Slim is perfect. Empty stomach, let those 2 products digest. And if you can wait an hour before breakfast, that's best when you have the Vital Biome as well. If you're just taking Slim, a half hour is sufficient wait time. So the 2 other aspects of products that I wanted to cover real quickly are just the water and patience. So our rule of thumb with water is drinking half your body weight in ounces of water every day. If that's a struggle for you, work with your sponsor on how to make that easier. They have apps on your phone that you can get that reward from, I drank another 8-ounce cup. You can get cups with straws are great, because then you're just sipping all day. It actually keeps me from grazing and just like emotional eating, because I'm just sipping. So that can be a really good tactic too for like healthier food habits. But the water is key, and it comes back to what the Probio 5 and all the products are really working together to do, which is remove the junk from your body. And if you're dehydrated, it's not going to be removed from your body. You need to have sufficient hydration to make that happen. So, yeah. And then lastly, just patience, having patience. Throw the scale away, because there are so many non-scale victories with Plexus. You're not going to have pounds and pounds and pounds come off in the first few days that you start Plexus. You're not, because some people, even their detox response, unfortunately, can be bloating, or there's so many different things that could happen. So we walk closely with our sponsor. We stay encouraged, put the scale away for a few months. And I can tell you from personal experience that my victories were much more related to inches than pounds. I'm down 4 sizes, and my son is only 16 months old, so he's going on a year and a half. And like, I did not have success like that a year and a half after having my first and second. So yeah, just having patience and giving your body time to regulate is going to go a long way. So, okay, so I am going to talk a little bit about the back office because I want you guys to feel confident about how to maneuver it and order your products. So let me just click share screen really quick. Okay, can you guys see what I'm seeing here? Facebook? All right, so here is the login. You can see that, right? Yeah? Okay, so you're gonna log in to your back office, and then it'll take you straight to the shopping. So this is, if you were to make a one-time order, say you decided that you were gonna just try the Ease combo because you heard it's great for pain and you've been having some sore muscles. Well, you just grab Ease combo, you click on it, you come down here to quantity, it's already got one, so you can just click add to cart or change the quantity if you need to. And then if you're done, you can click checkout, or you could click the back arrow, or if you wanted to search for specific, like for example, if you wanted to search weight management products, you could click on that and this would make it a little bit faster. You're not scrolling quite so many products at the same time. Anything that you add is easy to remove too. So to go to your cart, there's a little cart here in the upper right-hand corner, or there's one always at the top that you can get to as well. I'll go to the cart to show you. This is what it looks like. It says shopping cart at the top, and it'll show you what you've chosen right down here. So guys, at convention, they showed us our new website is just going to be beautiful and very, very clear with graphics showing what each product is. It'll make it a lot more simple. But in the meantime, just kind of do a little double check before you check out so you know for sure you've got what you need. If you need to add something that you forgot, as you get familiar with product names, you can just use this quick add, and if I maybe needed to order body cream, I could type that in and it'll load for a second and then I can click that and it'll add. Now, as you share Plexus with others, or you have a pay portal balance, you can always use your pay portal funds. You can enter any amount in there. So even if you made 10 bucks, well, that's your shipping right there. That's awesome. And you could just click in $10 and enter amount. And over on the side, once you click enter amount, on the right-hand side over here, on the right-hand side over here, it'll show you what was taken off. So right here it says the pay portal took off $10. So, and this is my total after taxes and all that. And then you just click checkout and you'll have one more, opportunity to, oops. You'll have one more opportunity to kind of double check that the order was just right. So anyways, at the end, it just looks like this and you click process. So they give you plenty of times to double check that you've got the right thing. And if you are wanting to edit your convenience order, you're gonna click over here on shopping and you can get to these tabs. Whoops, I keep zooming out, there we go. You can get to these tabs no matter where you go, you can get to these tabs. So you can just click shopping and then convenience order right here. If you have one already, it'll be listed. If it's not listed here, then you're gonna wanna get that added quickly so that you're all set for next month. Consistency with the products is huge. That's actually something I forgot when I mentioned the water. You know, that's an element of consistency, but a big element of the consistency is the actual products, right? So we wanna make sure we have them on time and we're not running out and going without for weeks or days at a time. So if you have one and you're wanting to edit what's in it, maybe you decided to add in Mega X to your triplex combo, you're having trouble sleeping and you decide to try our Omega supplement, you just click edit. And right here at the top, you can see mine says conditional. So I'll quickly explain what that means. Conditional is basically my products will only ship if by the 28th of each month. You can see right here at the top it says the 28th of each month, which I can change that if I want to. If I have not reached 100 PV by the 28th, then this order will process. So for me, this order is a little bit more like a catch-all, just in case I forget. I also have customers, and those are added into my PV. So I usually don't have my convenience order run, but when you first join Plexus, especially if you're just joining for the wholesale prices and you're not planning on working the business at all, this convenience order will run whichever day you want, unless you place an order before it. Now, if you want it to run no matter what, you're going to edit this to say unconditional, and you'll just click right here on edit, and you either select conditional or unconditional. And the way I remember this is unconditional love. No matter what, I'm getting it. And that's kind of like what you get when you have an unconditional order. If you have it set to the 15th, even if you've placed orders before the 15th or whatever, when the 15th comes, this order is going to come, or ship, I should say. So that's how you change that. And if you need to change the day of it, you'll just click edit, and you can switch. It usually shows the current month and the following month. Those are the only two options. And I think that's it. And then I'll quickly go over to the dashboard so you guys can see what that looks like. So this is kind of home base for those of us who have been sharing Plexus, and we're kind of keeping track of the growth of our businesses. Over on the side, it'll show any new ambassadors that have joined your team. And then this right here is super helpful. It's called qualifications. If you are seeing green, you are good to go. Your PV is going to reflect whatever order you've made or whatever orders your customers have made. Basically, whatever has moved through your back office. Down here down here in the middle is your my 1-year-old's crying, so my mommy instinct is going, what's going on out there? The middle one is the $35 membership that you've paid for a year. So if that ever expires and you didn't realize it, it'll be red. And then the bottom is a convenience order. And when that's green, you know that for sure, even if you forgot to maybe order manually or something, you've got that convenience order in place just in case, and you'll for sure get your products. So you can also explore your sponsor info if you're interested in knowing, like, oh, who signed up, 2 people ahead of me or 2 people above me, or, things like that. And then your order history, which I will say order history is fantastic if you've ever had any trouble, or our customer service is superb. So if you ever need your tracking number or your order number, just go to your order history. So that's real quick on the back office. And I'll just go ahead and end the share. There we go. Okay, last but not least, this is the best part. How do you get your products paid for? Okay, so it's way more simple than you think. And I brought my little board so that I can help everybody who's visual, because I didn't have any PowerPoint for tonight, and I appreciate you hanging with me. Okay, so here's you. You're happy. I didn't put a smiley face, but you are happy because you just started Plexus, and you know your life is going to rock now because you're going to get healthy and you're going to feel fantastic. Most of us joined wholesale prices. So if that's where you're at, you're in good company, because that's where most of us started from. Our first goal that we set for every ambassador, even somebody who's not sharing the products actively, is to go silver. And silver just means that you have 3 people join your team. So maybe you have your mom, you have your best friend, and you have your neighbor who just adores you and wants to do everything you're doing. So now you have 3 people on your team. When you have 3 people join your team and they order their welcome packs, you are going to get a one-time $100 silver bonus. So if you bought that $99 welcome pack, boom, you got that back, just like that. You also, for every welcome pack that they order, when they order a $99 welcome pack, you're going to get $25 for each of those. So just going silver, you're going to get $175, and you'll get that paid to you. Technically, these will get paid to you the Friday of the following week, so $75 off the bat. And then the $100 bonus will be paid on the 15th of the following month. So the two ways that we get paid in Plexus are, well, there's actually 11 ways we get paid, but I'm only going to talk about a couple. The two main ways we get paid are through building your team and having points underneath you, legs underneath you, and through products moving through your back office into the hands of other people, and we call that product volume. So your PV. Another scenario besides going silver that's amazing long-term, because these are one-time bonuses, right? So we want something that's going to be recurring. The residual income is where it's at. This is why network marketing is so fantastic. If you were to have, let's see, let me look at my notes really quick. If you were to have 4 friends order the triplex with you because you posted on Facebook that you're doing this whole Plexus thing, and they all decided, well, let's do it together. So you and your 4 best friends from your book club decide that you're going to do this. Your PV would be 598. And that's just from you and your 4 friends ordering our triplex. I don't even know if this is backwards or not, but hopefully you guys can figure it out. The reason why it matters that you're at 598 and not 498 is because our compensation plan is extremely generous in that everything from 500 PV over, you get 25% paid back to you. Everything from 499 and below, you get 15% paid back to you, which is still fantastic. But if you had 4 friends instead of 3 friends, that would put you over that $500 mark. And you're going to be making, I didn't do the math. I probably should have done that. But you're going to be making well past what you spend on product every month. Along with this, I should have specified that these 4 friends are preferred customers. Now, Plexus is built in for preferred customers that you don't just get the compensation on your PV, you get product bonuses. So these were welcome pack bonuses, and these friends are going to give you the residual bonus, meaning the repeated bonus every month of $20 per triplex. So if 4 friends order a triplex, that's just $80 in your pocket just because they're taking the triplex with you. Not to mention the fact that they've now increased your PV to 598, which means you're making 25% of that. So you're making 100 and, yeah, I'm not a math person. You guys know. It's a lot of money. It's a good deal. So the 2 main things I want you to remember about that are silver's where it's at. 3 friends that want to do wholesale cost with you means you're going to get the cost of not only your welcome pack, but you're going to get the cost of your $35 membership paid back. And then the repeated residual income of having a PV that's over 500 means that your cost for your products is paid for every month. And you're going to get paid in cash, so you don't have to spend it on your products, but you can. You can turn right around, and like I showed you on your back office, you can apply it without having to deduct cash out of your bank account. So it's been a huge blessing for our family. I know that was like my husband's first goal. He's like, Plexus pays for itself. And I can tell you with confidence that Plexus does pay for itself. It's a phenomenal compensation plan. So, one last thing really quick. Those ambassadors that joined you, the way that they're going to affect your residual income is that they each have a point value. So I won't go into details about what points and all of that, but your first 3 levels are worth 5 points. So even if you just went silver and you had those 3 people, you'd have 15 points under you, and the pay point value for in Plexus is typically around $3. So just from those 3 friends ordering every month, you'd make $45. So you can see it's a little different from customers and from ambassadors, but either way, it's that repeated residual income that's so awesome, and you do the work once and you get paid for it over and over again. So it's awesome. All right, that is all I have, and I want to unmute everybody in case you have. I'll just let you unmute yourself. If you have any questions for me, then I can answer them, and if not, we can be done. Did everything make sense?
It did. It was awesome.
Oh, good. I'm glad it was clear. As I was, sorry, what was that? I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, nice and simple, I said.
Good, good, good. Yes. How are you feeling about the products and getting them into your routine and everything?
I love the Slim. The Slim is awesome. And I have the 3. I did the triplex, so I've been on it a month and I love it.
Oh, good. Good.
It's been a good change. And I didn't have any drastic, health issues. It was just the energy level and being able to sleep through the night. And it's just really cool. Yeah, it's been a great thing.
I'm so glad. Very good. All right. So if you have any other questions, I guess just get with your sponsor and kind of get them clarified. Like I said, we do get paid 11 ways with Plexus. So if you're curious and you want to just peruse the tools on our back office, a really good tool actually is the Rank Up Roadmap, which I just remembered that I was supposed to show that to you, but it's real simple. You just go on your back office and click Tools, and underneath Tools there'll be Training, and you can just click Rank Up Roadmap, and it basically just shows you how to share and how to hit that first rank of silver. So our goal, and I think I can speak for everybody on our team, our heart is that Plexus is never a financial burden, but that it's a source of financial blessing, and also that, we can just keep sharing the gift of not just good health, but time freedom and financial freedom with the people in our lives. So a lot of people I share with, they're like, oh, well, I don't really need the money. And I'm like, but somebody who probably does. So just be empowered and keep your eyes open for who around you could really use Plexus, because there's so many who need it. But it was really good spending some time with you guys tonight. And see you on the team page.
All right. Awesome.
Okay, bye-bye.